Thank you for following up with me from our last series. This is why you waste your time. Now we want to discuss think like the grandmaster you are. Wish someone would tell you the secrets to becoming successful? Honestly, they probably had, but you weren't listening. Or you were too self absorbed or arrogant to listen at the time. In your defense, though, many sit there telling stories trying to link you to the point of the discussion. Few, though, lay it out concisely in a way you can create a checklist and follow. Let's see if we can break it down in this short dissertation. First, if you think you're in it for the sales, you might as well hang it up now. Whether you work for yourself or someone else, you are a business builder. How you get people to purchase your product. First, in case you hadn't noticed, you have to get people. Contrary to your upline's bovine excrement or the Field of Dreams movie, they don't come simply by wishing them into existence. Just because you think you have the best widget, Einstein, doesn't mean they're going to think so. Yours is probably not the only widget in town, so get over yourself. What you need is a plan. A plan for what? You need a plan that is going to continuously promote either all your products or different ones all year long. Most will only last a season and most sales are one time. The rest is not only keeping the customer, but also where is the next customer coming from, and the next, and the next, and the next, and so on. What method are you going to use to attract new customers? If you are new at this, you might spend a lot of time trying to figure out which one works or you like better. Some methods might be restrictive due to company legal issues, but you're trying to build your business, not promote legal issues with the company. How are you going to meet with prospective customers? Will you meet at their office, home, a restaurant, or will you have an office? Now, today, you must add the virtual meeting. Are you set up to talk to people from your home or office? Or will you need to create a virtual appearance? Few people set up an office in their home unless they can provide a private entrance and separate it from the rest of the house. I'm not planning on discussing the tax benefits here, so get a good tax consultant. But now that you have the high level overview of your purpose, let's talk about how you're going to make money to pay for this and meet your personal needs. Realistically, it takes a continuous flow of income to be successful. To put it another way, you need to have multiple streams of income to be successful. You also need people getting leads for you or ways to get leads. You can't rely on one source. For example, you can't just do door knocking or expect it to make you rich. If you do, life will be difficult. As we discussed, and this is why you are wasting your time, it takes a big chunk of your time every week to set an appointment or appointments. You can't be at the appointment and set appointments at the same time unless maybe you're bipolar or split personality or whatever they call it. You can't. Therefore, it comes in cycles and it's not consistent. What you want is consistency. What other ways can you attract customers? Let's count the ways. Besides door knocking, there's phone calls, referrals, networking, social events, seminars, billboards, radio, television, commercials, Facebook, Google, Microsoft ads, sporting events. Oh, that's just to name a few. We'll call these simply the tools of the trade. Would a carpenter just take a hammer to work? Would a painter leave home without a ladder? Would a programmer rely on an Xbox to program? How then would it make sense to keep using beginner's tools and not all of them? Consider a bicycle wheel. Would it spin appropriately if spokes were missing? No. All the spokes are necessary for the wheel to spin properly. Think of yourself as the hub, and the spokes are there to support you. Now let's look at the operational costs and why these matter. Time-consuming tasks can ruin your business. As we discussed, and this is why you're wasting your time, you need to be focused on sales. What are the costs of doing business? You don't need to just meet those costs. You also want to have money for yourself to live. So, how many presentations does it take to make a sale? You can't present it if people aren't there. regardless of whether there are no-shows or you didn't have an appointment. This is all factored into the cost of doing business. As we previously discussed, people don't answer the door, the phone, or they're afraid to due to what they have been led to believe about COVID or sales or spams. Yet big companies are getting into the home every day when you aren't. Why not do what it takes to get into the home? Have them calling you and give you referrals. Best thing is this can run 24 hours a day. Why set limitations at this point? You can advertise all over and get sales from a larger audience when the system is on autopilot. If you can't automate, many people are there that can. They can build the web page, set appointments from phone calls, or do anything to free you to do your one objective: sell your product. The more lead generation sources you use, the more successful you will be.